People have been suffering under the oppressive yoke of inflation over the last 2.5 years. In Utah, this has meant that the average family shells out an additional $1,000 a month every single month for their basic living necessities. This is all the predictable, foreseeable, and in fact foreseen result of excessive federal spending. Trying to get a handle on that is difficult. Within the next few minutes, the Federal Reserve Bank is going to announce another interest rate increase. This is going to cause a lot of additional difficulties, but it's in an effort to try to rein in inflation. The underlying cause of that inflation is, make no mistake, excessive federal spending. That's why it would be so unwise, so careless, so thoughtless, so reckless to increase the debt ceiling yet again without a meaningful set of constraints in place to make sure that we don't do this anymore, to slow the growth of federal spending and to bring it under control. Look, the House of Representatives passed a debt ceiling increase that would meaningfully reduce federal spending, pulling it down by about $5 trillion over the next 10 years. We need that, and my hat goes off to the House Republicans who got behind that. You had House Republicans who have never voted to increase the debt ceiling before, who did here, because it was a compromise document meant to bring about needed reform. That now moves over to the Senate. Significantly, it cannot pass the Senate unless at least 41 Republicans are willing to support it. In other words, no spending bill, no debt ceiling increase can be brought about unless you've got at least 41 Republicans who are willing to vote for cloture on it. As a result of that, I hope and expect to see at least 41 Republican senators signaling that we will not support cloture on any so-called clean debt ceiling increase. In other words, any debt ceiling increase needs to have significant, substantive, substantial spending reforms in it, or we should have no business supporting it. I'm circulating a letter. We've got 16 Republicans so far who have signed it. We hope to gather more. One way or another, we're going to get through this, but we cannot get through it as a country unless we stop spending in a way that gives drunken sailors a bad name when we compare ourselves to them. Steve Daines is next. Thanks.